The Seattle police, as we speak, are converging on the city, the occupied protest zone, the former CHAZ, now CHOP, because CHAZ got chopped because CHAZ was not doing too well and they wanted to make sure they were still getting their welfare checks, so they got chopped in there. Now, remember Mayor Jenny Durkan? I don't even know. Seriously, I do not know how much of liberalism is just stupidity and ignorance. I really don't. I really don't know. You know, these guys go to good schools. They're, the liberals who actually fund this stuff are all kind of upper class elites. They look smart, they talk well, but I just think they're stupid and ignorant. I cannot believe Jenny Durkan, remember, is the one who said, oh, this CHAZ, this CHOP, it's going to be a summer of love. It's going to be a farmer's market. It's just going to be a block party. It's going to be the greatest thing ever. Then they turned up at her house. And they started vandalizing and putting graffiti on her house. And she issued a statement saying, these people are being irresponsible about my safety. They're being irresponsible about my safety. Didn't care about the black guys who were being murdered in the CHAZ and the CHOP and the CHOP and the CHAZ. She didn't care anything about that. But when they started to show up at her home, so who in Seattle, I really do wonder about this. Who in Seattle looks at this and says, Jenny Durkan, boy, I'm voting for, I want to make sure she's reelected, because this homeless guy who just crapped on my sidewalk in front of my house, I got to make sure that he is still there using my lawn as a toilet. What is it? In San Francisco, people are literally, not figuratively, they're literally dying of overdoses on the street. Homeless people are dying. Who goes out and votes for these guys again? Is it that the Republicans don't show up at all? Is it the Republicans have given up so they don't even run a viable candidate? Are there no liberal Republicans who can go and say, yes, I don't care, that you're gay or how you dress or whatever, but the city has to be run with some kind of responsibility. Is there no one to say that in Seattle? Is there no one to run against this clown, Jenny Durkan? It's just amazing to me. And here is this poor police chief who, we have to say, she was chased out of there. The mayor shut her down. She was told to abandon that position and give it over to the protesters. Here she is talking about what's going on, what was going on. This is a quote that comes before they actually gave the order to clean the place out. But this is what she said.
It's very unfortunate that we have yet another murder in this area identified as the CHOP. 2 African-American men dead at a place where they claim to be working for Black Lives Matter, but they're gone. They're dead now. And we've had multiple other incidents: assaults, rape, robbery, and shootings. And so, this is something that's going to need to change. We're asking that people remove themselves from this area for the safety of the people. If they care about people, they're going to have to try to help us to make it safe.
So the councilwoman, Kshama Sawant, is the BLM council member. She's the one who helped the march on the mayor's house. OK, that's how far left she is. She said the killings in the CHAZ, the CHAZ CHOP, the killings in the CHAZ CHOP. This is her quote. This is a direct quote. It highlights capitalism's brutality and endemic violence. In the CHAZ CHOP, in the choppy CHAZ. In the CHAZzy CHOP, the killings highlights capitalism's brutality and endemic violence. Is there nobody on the left? Is there no Democrat who hears that and goes, wait a minute, that doesn't make any sense? Is there nobody there who says, oh, reality has a certain way that it works, and if you remove the police, people get killed? They're removing $1 billion from the police budget in New York while the bullets are flying. Here in LA, they're telling us that if there's a nonviolent call, they're going to send a social worker to our house to get shot. That's what they're going to do this is really a disaster. This is a disaster for these cities. They get worse and worse and worse. The common life in these cities gets worse and worse and worse. LA is one big homeless camp. It gets worse and worse and worse. Does nobody think, maybe we should change policies? Maybe this isn't fair.